Sandy Bullock had read it, and she's like, God, why can't anybody, why don't people write scripts for women? You know, there's no roles like this for us? And we talked about it, and I think it was her idea, actually, and she's like, well, let's change it up. And George and I thought, well, that's an interesting idea, so we went back to the writer, to Peter, and said, look, don't know if this is going to work, but let's just try to change. Let's completely change it. Let's make her a woman, and see how that affects everything down the line. And he did, and we really liked it, and Sandy really liked it. The film, I think, is darkly funny, and it's also has moments of great seriousness, and there's underlying issues that, you know, make it feel, hopefully, that it's not a piece of fluff. So that tone is hard to describe. Like, I couldn't say, you know, it's a romantic comedy with a twist of, you know, it's harder to add up than that. We needed somebody who could play against Sandy, you know. That's not necessarily an easy task. You need somebody who has the sort of balls to stand up to her, because she's a strong presence, and particularly in this role. This role is like a steamroller once she gets going. So you need somebody who can be a sort of keep her in check, and he is one of those actors. He's also just a really great actor, and he's fun to have around. You know Scoot's going to bring something special to a role, you just don't exactly know what it's going to be. And, you know, I just love what he did with this role. And when you watch the film, just listen, and there's always little things little things that he does that just, like, he finishes the character off. He hits all these really cool, funny notes. He is the Bolivian people. All the stuff that's swirling around up here is, you know, trying to get somebody elected, but what's happening down here to the real people is really what should matter, of course. And we see that through his journey, and he thinks that he's doing the right thing, and he finds out that everything he thought is shattered. You know, it changes his life, changes him. David Gordon Green, he directed Pineapple Express. That's what he's most famous for, and he also did Eastbound and Down. But he's done, I don't know how many, somewhere between 8 and 10 of these beautiful, beautiful character-driven films that are, sometimes they're about something that's like that big, and sometimes they're about big ideas, and they're just beautifully drawn. They're like these sort of beautiful paintings. And so we just sort of felt like, you know, he's never really done something where he's gotten to put all these together, where the big sort of broader comedies and these really small, intimate, personal stories. And so we thought that would be a perfect fit.